Hey, welcome back to MVP Hot Wheels. This is Diesel Mac, and I figured why not do a little midweek mail call. I got a couple things in, and figured it's time to share them with you guys. I'm just waiting for the green bean casserole to warm up to take back to work for a little potluck and stuff. So thanks to my wife for putting that together and getting it to the point where I can just heat it up and then take it. So, but while I'm waiting for that, I figured why not do little mail call here. I got a couple cool things in. So let's go ahead and get into it. And I'll have a couple extra days to do some work on the website. Maybe put some videos together with the time off at work for the holiday. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody. If I don't do another video until then, hope everybody gets to spend some time with their loved ones, have some good food, drink some beer, whatever you drink. All right, so here's the first one. So I haven't gone into too much of these. I always try to get one example first, and then I'll track down how many different ones there are. So in the 2000s, this one I believe is the Rapid Transit sitting in here, and it gets this little, what they call it, a quick shot launcher. So you can see that there. And it looks like you just put the car in there, and it will allow it to go back somehow. I don't know. And yeah, we'll play with that when we open it, of course. So see what it shows on the back. Oh, we put it inside the little thing there. Sorry, you can't see. So fold it in on itself, and now it's ready to be shot out. The fling it around like kind of like how you throw a frisbee, I guess. But anyhow. So that was the first one I saw of those. Never saw those in the store, and I figured while I came across it on eBay, I would go ahead and grab one. There's like 3 or 4 different ones out there. They all seem pretty easy to get. Nothing seemed to be crazy on that. So, so there's that. All right, now this, I don't think I'm going to be very happy with the way they ship this here. We'll kind of see how it goes, because if this is what I think it is, because I've only gotten one other thing, so high chance that it is, then they have removed the contents from the packaging and put it in a separate into this box. So we'll see what happens. And I was hoping to get the package itself just so I had an example of it. I could take a picture of it even though it was in poor shape. So I'm going to find out here pretty shortly if that's the case. Just kidding, it is not. So whew. All right, cool. This is the stuff from, I believe, where did this come from? A bunch of stuff in here. Dang. I think this was a box I had saved from maybe Lisa, but it didn't come from Lisa, did it? It came from San Antonio, Texas. I'm not 100% sure what this is. Let's see if anything rings a bell when I get it open. All right. So we got some Team Burtwell, we got Acceleracers, some West Coast Customs, 59 Bel Airs. What is this? Still confused. Somebody send me some cards? This looks like stuff I would get from Lisa, but it's not a Lisa box. Didn't say it's from Lisa. She was shipping me a box, so go back and look at it. There's a nice little Nomad. Got 3-pack here. Looks like a, what's that, the Bedlam? No, it's not the Bedlam, something like that. Some of these newer stuff here. All right, we've got a full set of the Christmas cards, it looks like, just in time for the holidays. And then there's another one. We'll go over these a little bit more. And then we have the red logo. It's kind of hard to see in there. Let's see if I can get a light in the direction with us here, so we can kind of see. I almost could see it. Almost. Is it in there? Yeah, I can see it. It's kind of hard to see in the video. It's hard to get that light right in there with the camera in the way. There you go. You can start to see a hint of red there. There's a good shot. So there, verified. Got a red logo on there. So there is that. So think this is from this. What was the thing again? From Albert Carranza. Interesting. I don't know. I'll have to figure out what's going on with all that. So here is the holiday card. So we've got the bread box, number 1 of 8. Let's do them in order. That's number 3, number 4. There's number 2, 32 delivery. Right there. Nice little paint job with Santa's face on the side or something. With some glasses. Number 3 is the OCC Splitback Orange County Chopper. So there's that. Let's see, number 4, the Hammered Coupe. Right there. Now my lights are kind of all out of the whack. Now that I did that. There we go. Hammered Coupe. 5. Where's 5? Is that what this one was? Yeah. 5 is the Nomad. Classic Nomad. And 6 is this. This one would be an extra as I have this loose already. So 71 Mustang Funny Car. And then number 7, 58 Corvette. Some gold 5-spokes. And the Tractor. So pretty cool stuff there. There's a look at that 3-pack. Not sure if those are exclusive or not on those. The Bel Airs. So both variations. So a lot of these customs are cool whips. There's usually 2 variations. I don't know which one's tougher or not, but we'll be opening those up on Sunday, and I'll get those onto the website. And then Acceleracers. There's lots of tough cards for this series. And I'm going after all the different cards, which are it's like 250 cards or something like that. Ridiculous. So slowly, but I know there's a lot of expensive ones for that particular series. So we'll kind of, just keep plugging away at that. But that one is, what do we call that? That one's the Ratified. And then there's variations within some of these cars too, which is kind of crazy. So not only is there some expensive variations to be found, but then are just from the regular series, but then some variations of that casting. Yeah, I said it wrong completely. And then here's the Chevy Suburban on the Team Burtwell, also from the Hot Wheels whips kind of stuff. So there we go. I have to figure out exactly where these came from. I'm almost certain they came from Lisa. They're just the box is throwing me off, I think. And then this one from eBay. I have found some pretty cool stuff. I got some information on things that I'm going to be putting on the website that I have never physically seen. I'll say it that way. And hopefully I can come across them now that I have some info, or found some info on it. I got a bid out on something that is not in any of the guides also. So there's a couple things not in guides. I'm trying to put together a complete guide of all the different play sets and the different stuff out there that you can get, like this kind of, power launcher, quick launch set, all that kind of stuff. And so that way, one, where the variation comes from. So if you have certain cars or castings that you really like to collect and want to get all of those instead of just like the collector number stuff or whatever, that I have the information on where you could find it. So it makes it easier for searching. And then that way you can hopefully complete that collection that you're looking for. So doing a lot of research on play sets. The information that I've found so far is some stuff out there that I think is not available in any other guides or whatever, or info on the internet. I have found some play sets, at least remnants or pictures of play sets that I've never seen available for sale and stuff like that too. So that's gonna go, the information is gonna go up on the website, MVP Hot Wheels, for that as well. So lots of, interesting stuff kind of coming together. And I'm still finding and discovering cars that aren't in guides. Found another one today, and so if I win that, I will share that with you guys, of course. It's in rough shape, but if we maybe we can help track it down, maybe we can, collectively figure out where it came from. It's kind of narrow-minded, goodness. I don't know who chose that word. It's kind of it's within a series, or it's within it's within a rabbit hole that we'll be able to go down. It's not like it's super hard to narrow down on where it came from, but I don't know if it came from like a play set or if it came from a single pack or something like that. So that we'll have to figure, hunt that information down, or, keep an eye out for, packages that we think that could contain it, that gives us the info so we know where to find it in the future for those that are collecting that particular casting also. But anyhow, pretty sweet mail call. If this is from Lisa, I appreciate it. I should pay more attention to some of the stuff that I'm getting in, but this box has been there for a couple of months. She's probably been ready to ship it for a while now, so I said go ahead and ship it. And then of course right after she ships it, I bought another $9 item, so so now I have another hold box kind of waiting on there. But some of the stuff will open up on Sunday, set it free. I'll do some videos certainly on Friday since I'll be off work, and we'll figure that out. We'll get some more stuff onto the website. I'm working on 57 Chevys, so I've got a bunch of those out and trying to get that information onto the website and get pictures taken for all that. And then once I get the 57 Chevys in, which is a lot, we'll kind of see where it takes us, maybe back to the 58 Corvettes, because I got that long haulers 2-pack that I opened up that has that purple one in it. So I got to put some information in for that, and we'll just kind of let it see where it goes. If there's something specific from the 90s that's not on the website yet, just throw that down in the comments, and maybe that's something I can also work on to get onto the website for you guys. So, but head over to the website, go through the locator, use the filter. I tried to make that as best I could so that you could find cars very easily, since not all cars have names on their bases and stuff like that. So there's identifying features, wheel type, base type, country of origin, window color, interior color, all that kind of stuff is on there. So that you can narrow down the car. And then if it's, obviously if I have it on there, which I do have almost every single Blackwall vehicle on there so far, and a lot of the stuff from the 90s, then you have an idea of kind of where it came from. I try to put the information for the series, package info, and all that, so it makes it easier for you guys to find. But head over there. It's only $5 a month to subscribe, and you can start building out your collection list. And subscribe here on the channel helps us get the information out, grow the channel, get some awareness out there for cars that aren't in any guides out there or any websites. I'm still discovering them, so I think there's more out there. Obviously, we don't know, right? But I'm pretty certain that we'll continue discovering stuff, doing the searches. So, and if you find something, right, that isn't any guides or have questions on stuff, certainly ask. You can head over to the Facebook page, MVP Hot Wheels on Facebook. Put a post up there and say, hey, does anybody know where this is from? We'll answer your questions. Don't make it super silly, like, here's the, Whips Team Bartwell. Does anybody know about this? Well, what we know is it's on this package, right? How many were made? I don't think really there's any numbers unless they put it on there and stuff like that. But if you don't know what the casting is, so like this Rapid Transit or something like that, if you have questions on car identification and everything, especially in the 2000s range, put that information on there. And if you don't know where it came from, and my website doesn't state where the car came from also, right, then there's good questions there, but we can get some back and forth on that. But anyhow, appreciate everybody watching. Like I said, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, head over and subscribe on the MVP Hot Wheels website, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, thanks. Bye.